Hello, folks. Welcome to Rogue One Radio. We are back. This is episode number 56. Um, it's been a few weeks since we've done the
A
show.
few?
Yeah, a
A
few.
few? Oh, quite a few.
Yeah, I don't.
It's
I
been
don't remember.
a reason.
But
I'm
hey,
not,
listen,
I don't.
I can actually talk. Yay!
Yeah, that's a good thing. It's a good thing. Our
That's a
last
good
episode was on. Oh my gosh! Yeah, our last episode was on August 31st. So, yeah, it's been a while.
Which is funny because I went to the doctor. I guess my first. I was starting to get this upper respiratory thing going, and the first time they gave me a COVID test was August 18th. Got the results on the 19th, and it was negative. And you just have an upper respiratory and thing. Just take these and you'll get better. And I got a little better, and I ran out of the pills, but I wasn't 100%, and then I got worse. And 42 days that I was battling upper respiratory infection and pneumonia. 3 COVID tests, all negative. But and then it's funny because I start to be able to go back to work, and then I get gout and gout flare up on my left foot. I can't wear a shoe, so I can't go into work. So I have to work from home, and I'm scheduled to go back to work tomorrow morning. And so I was like, oh well, I'm taking a break from work. Let me tidy up outside a little bit. And there, I guess, was a hornet's nest that was hidden. And so I start moving things around. And next thing you know, I got pegged twice in the forearms
Oh my gosh!
by a couple of hornets. And yeah, so you know what? If it's not one thing, it's another. But I'm glad to be back. Glad to be talking some cool subjects.
Glad to be back on the air. We got a few people here in the chat room with us. We got Lunar Girl with us. Camray is in. Hey, Camray. We've got RFB. He's an old favorite. Good to see you back. And we have Dragon Buddy.
Woohoo! Welcome.
All right.
Good deal. So yeah, it's been a while. We're taking a break from our. I don't know if this is a permanent break from our MCU retrospective or not, but we decided to take a break from that one, and we're just doing kind of a sequel to our General Shenanigans show we did a few months ago, and we're just going to talk about a bunch of random stuff that we want to talk about. I mean, not surprisingly, the news has, since we've been on the air last, the news has definitely bulked up, and we haven't talked about it. So there's some things that we want to talk about, and just some stuff, just some random stuff. Before we go any further, I need to clear something up that was said on my Twitter account that I had some folks ask me about, and it seemed to bother them a bit. There was a tweet, and I don't remember who did the tweet, but the question was, what topping do you not like on your hamburgers? Fairly harmless tweet. Again, don't remember who tweeted it, but I responded with cheese, and it seemed to disturb some people out there. So just to be clear, I do not like cheese on my sandwiches. And
To each your own.
cheese. I like cheese. I like cheese on pizza.
What?
I don't like cheese on any sandwich. It bothers me.
And that is perfectly fine and acceptable. But now that you mention that, I want to talk amongst yourself. I want to check something out because I posted what toppings do you use on a peanut butter sandwich? And
I remember
looked
that tweet. I do remember that tweet.
But if I remember right, someone tweeted something that wasn't like really on topic. I'm going to see if I can find it really quick. And I'm like, what?
Thank you, Cam Ray. Thank you. Right there. It's no longer a hamburger if you add cheese. It is a cheeseburger.
That is true. Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheeseburgers are delightful, though. Just saying, in my opinion.
I mean, that's fine. If you like it, that's fine. I just don't like cheese on my sandwiches.
Absolutely.
Spencer just entered the chat. Welcome, Spencer.
Hey, Spencer.
Camry, you put banana on your cheeseburgers? That's disgusting.
No.
Oh,
No,
peanut butter.
Peanut butter. Like an Elvis Presley.
Okay.
Let's see, where is it?
Actually,
so two of my kids, they when you ask them, hey, what do you want on your hamburger? They don't want a bun. Just give me the patty. They don't want the bun. And I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
You know what? When a certain child of mine, who I will not name, when this child was much younger, I remember a time we went to a restaurant and they said, I want a hamburger with no ham. I'm like, they don't actually put ham on a hamburger. It's just the name of the, yeah. But as far
I found it. Oh, okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
But as far as the tweet about the peanut butter sandwich, I generally only put peanut butter on it, and the reason why, I would put jelly on it, but because of my diabetes, it's really hard to find jelly that's not loaded with sugar. And when I do find sugar-free jelly, it's got a very weird consistency.
Yes, it does.
So I pretty much just put peanut butter on my peanut butter sandwiches.
Yeah. So peanut butter sandwiches. I got a couple that had bananas. I had quite a few that had honey on there, and then I had one that says "I'm no monster." There's no peanut butter. It's only jelly sandwiches for me. And I'm like, okay, well, that's
wow.
I know. Hey, yeah, I understand that. Yeah.
Who knew we'd get into a sandwich discussion?
Right. That's why I love Shenanigans shows.
Yes. Well, okay. So here's a question for both of you and for those of you in the chat. What is your favorite submarine sandwich restaurant?
Huh?
Ooh.
Like your favorite restaurant that is specific to submarine sandwiches,
like a Subway or a Jimmy John's,
right? Or it could be a local place.
Man, that is tough.
Camray says Firehouse. We do have a few of those in my area.
Yeah, Firehouse Subs is good. A lot of the proceeds go to local fire departments, so that's always fun.
Yep. I have to go with Jersey Mike's.
Jersey Mike's is good.
We don't have a whole lot of local sub shops. I mean, in fact, here in Edmond, I don't think we have any. No, we have one. And it's not really that good. Spencer likes Jimmy John's. Camry mentioned another place. I've never even heard of it. Publix.
That's a grocery store in Florida.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Dragon Buddy says Steve and Irene's. I'm assuming that is a local place. I really miss local places that have subs because they're usually a lot better. But
for here in Roswell, we don't really have a whole lot. We have a Subway and there's a Jimmy John's. There used to be a Schlotsky's, but that closed down. So that's we don't really do a whole lot of sandwich places around here. But Albuquerque has just about everything. They have a Jersey Mike's. They have Firehouse. Um, my favorite place back in Rhode Island is just basically any corner deli would
Mhm. Oh yeah,
sell sandwiches.
bigger cities
And
like that are going to have delis. That's what we just don't have here.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they slice the meat right there, then they put it on. So
Right.
it's almost like a neighborhood thing. That's
Mhm.
one end of the block has the bakery, and they'll get meat from the deli, and they can put sandwiches together there. The other
Right.
end of the block has the deli, and they'll buy the bread from the sandwich places. And you can get the same sandwich, wherever you want there. But yeah, it's just there's nothing like New England for some great custom sandwiches.
I can imagine. A Lunar Girl says that she likes Steve and Irene's as well. Best heroes in Scranton. And oh my gosh, Dragon Buddy, their half sub is 14 inches long. Good
That's
Whoa.
what I'm talking about.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
Lord, that's a big sandwich.
32 inches for $16. Wow. Yeah. See,
Wow,
we're in
that's
the
a big
wrong
sandwich.
part of the country.
That is a big sandwich. Jersey Mike's has one that's fairly large. I don't remember what the size of it is because I don't generally get it because it's too damn big. But we had me and Joey and Jayla had Subway for dinner tonight because there's a Subway like right around the corner, real quick to
Nice.
get to.
Mhm.
Now, I actually during the summer, strangely enough, I was eating at Jimmy John's fairly often. But the only reason was I actually don't care too much for their sandwiches. They're not bad. I just, if I'm going to get a sub sandwich, I'm going to go somewhere else. But during the summer, they had this special running where they had this chicken Caesar wrap that I just got addicted to. I mean, I was eating a lot of those over the summer. They were so good. And then I want to say it was Monday. Well, it had to have been Monday. I went to the app to order lunch, and the chicken Caesar wrap wasn't there. And I'm like, whoa, what's going on? What's going on? So I Googled it, started looking, and it turns out it was only for the summer. I'm like, well, I'm not going to Jimmy John's anymore.
Yeah.
Man, it was a really good chicken Caesar wrap. I was kind of addicted to them, but yeah, man, 32 inches for a sandwich. That's huge.
Mhm.
What? Okay, I guess that's probably all we need to talk about sandwiches now.
We like our food around here.
What's that?
I said we're foodies.
Yeah, we talk about food a lot, don't we?
Love our food.
I just ate dinner and I'm getting hungry again.
Yeah.
Somebody send us some subs.
So Spencer really likes the pickles at Jimmy John's. Okay,
I love
that's
pickles.
cool. Pickles are good. All right, what kind of news we got? One of the pieces of news I wanted to talk about was Spencer may know a little bit about this. It's the PlayStation Showcase that just happened earlier this month, I think. It was just a presentation by Sony talking about their upcoming plans, what games they're putting out and whatnot. The main ones that I kind of saw that were interesting were they're going to be doing a remake of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic for the PlayStation 5.
Interesting.
Yes.
So, from what I read here, it's not BioWare is not involved in it.
They are not.
So it'll be interesting how somebody else does that so it's not going to be a remaster. According to the article, it says a remake.
They're basically the plot's going to be the same. Everything is going to be the same. It's just to me it is a remaster. They're using a different game engine,
Mm-hmm.
and they're going to restructure it so the anti-aliasing and the hit collision and everything is going to be a whole lot better, a lot smoother graphics, and yeah, so it's going to be a really cool to see how they're going to put it together. But it's almost misleading to say it's not a remaster. It really is. They're remaking the game top to bottom. They're not, so they can get away with saying that.
Yeah. So, where'd it go? Oh, RFB had a question for you. He said, "What's with the Shore Trooper helmet?"
For the Empire. I mean, I have that one is completed. This one is not quite complete yet. I'm still working on the ears and getting it together. And then my Inferno squad is in my box over here next to me. I have a, I guess what you'd call a battle box or whatever for the 501st. It has all of my armor and uniform and stuff that's in it for transportation. This last week was our local high school's homecoming, and we got to troop that. So they're doing the music of Star Wars. And so I was suited up in my Inferno Squad gear and got to do that. And I think October 12th we'll get to do it again. I might have the TK armor done by then. I'm not sure yet. Still working on it.
Those were some pretty awesome pictures I saw of you at the homecoming. Those were pretty fantastic and very exciting. I am sure that the galaxy there was very excited to see, everyone in cosplay and so forth.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was just me and another gentleman, and he was a TIE pilot. But I actually, for the most part, we were down on the track area. But before and afterwards, I was in the stands and was walking around and everything. So it was pretty fun just to see, especially the kids' faces. Of it's like you're a Star Wars, and
Star Wars. I'm not sure why this reminded me of it. Is Cam Ray still in the chat with us? Cam Ray, you there? I noticed recently that Bub is back with him. Bub moved back in with Cam Ray.
I did see that. No telling what type of deal was reached there.
Yeah, I don't know, but there was a music video recently posted on his Twitter that was quite disturbing, I have to say.
Yeah, well, let's not talk about that. That's
yeah. But glad to see he's back home. The other couple of things I wanted to mention about the showcase was the announcement of a Wolverine game that is coming out from Insomniac Games, who Insomniac, as you know, is the company that made the Spider-Man game, which was amazing. So we didn't really get to see a whole lot of the game at the showcase, but just the announcement. I'm really looking forward to that one. And speaking of Spider-Man, Insomniac had also revealed that the sequel to Spider-Man will be coming out and is scheduled for a 2023 release date.
Did they already do it? I thought they did a sequel to Spider-Man already, or was that just Miles Morales?
That was just a Miles Morales, which I'm not saying that. I mean, you can call that a sequel, but it didn't as far. I actually haven't played it yet, but Spencer, have you played that one yet? Have you played the Miles Morales video game yet? Because I have not. I keep meaning to, and I keep forgetting to buy it. I'll bet it's really good because Miles Morales is awesome. What's next on our news sheet?
Disney Plus Day.
Oh yeah, Disney Plus Day. Disney Plus. So of course we're getting Boba Fett in December. The Book of Boba Fett. Really looking forward to that one. Do we have an actual release date or just it's in December? Just I think all we've gotten is December, not a specific
I think
date.
so. Yeah, I think you're right on that.
But that's going to be good. Disney Plus Day lineup has arrived. Of course, Disney Plus Day is November 12th. And we're getting, what are we getting? We're getting a lot of stuff on Disney Plus Day. Jungle Cruise. Yeah.
Shang-Chi will be out that day.
Yeah.
So if you have not seen Shang-Chi, this is your time. Watch it before you go to see Eternals. If you have not seen it in theaters, this is the moment.
Have both of you seen Shang-Chi?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Hold that thought. Spencer said that Miles Morales was good, super short.
That's typical for games nowadays.
Sure, yeah. Shorter than the first Spider-Man, even. I really need to get that game. So yeah, Shang-Chi. I actually just finally saw it this past Thursday with Joey and Jayla. Without any spoilers, what were your thoughts on that one, Nicole?
On Shang-Chi?
Yeah.
Overall, I liked it. I thought I really actually enjoyed a lot of the different samurai ninja. That was kind of really neat.
Yeah.
Really good acting. I'm excited to kind of see where it's going to go in the future. I'm really excited because I feel like it's set up to, you know what I mean, for what's coming, not just for the now, but also for the future. And I'm very curious as to what they're going to be doing with, when the second movie comes, so I think we're going to see a lot more of these characters in the future.
Yeah. What do you think, DJ?
It was possibly the most Marvel movie that they've put out. It was good. It felt more like a sequel to Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Yeah.
Than any other Marvel tie-in. I thought that the tie-ins were pretty forced, but it was good. I mean, I enjoyed it as a movie. I'm not sure why they went with it when they went with it. I don't know. Maybe future projects will make that a little bit clearer. I don't know if it was a pandemic thing that just kind of threw off all of our time schedules just a little bit of, but yeah, it was just an odd fit for me, but a very well done movie.
Yeah, it was a good movie. I think I agree with you completely that Camray, why are you leaving? I wanted to talk about Bub. Adam's in the chat with us.
Well,
hey,
here's why he's leaving.
Oh, I see.
Them two got beef.
Are they getting into a peanut butter and jelly war or something in the chat?
RFB will get to that. RFB will get to that. Okay. What was I talking about? Oh yeah. So I agree with you 100% that it was the most Marvel movie I've seen, but it was good. I think a big problem was that, at least for me, it was very oversold. a lot of folks that I talked to talked about how great it was, and it was just amazing, and just really hyped it up. And then when I saw it, it was just a little underwhelming based on that. That being said, it was good. And as I said, Joey and Jayla went with me, and Jayla, who is my 15-year-old daughter, absolutely loved it. Like, just loved it. And wants to go see it like 2 or 3 more times in the theater. And I'm just like, nah, I don't. You're gonna have to go with somebody else. But yeah, it was fine. It was fine. Let's see. I think that was it for Disney Plus Day. Oh, the next one I just wanted to mention real quick. There was a I don't know if this is a rumor or it's just something that they're looking into, but it's looking like there might be a TV series coming out or starting to be developed based on the Noctera comic book. Noctera is a comic book that is really not very old. They only have like 6 or 7 issues, if they have 7. I know they have at least 6. And it's written by Scott Snyder, who is popular for his Batman run and for his Dark Knights, death metal runs and stuff like that. But this comic book is set in a very, very dark, pun intended, future. And the idea of them doing a TV series, it's going to be very interesting to see how they're going to do that, if they do that. But if you haven't read the Noctera comic book, I would highly suggest you go out and check that one out.
Yeah, when I was checking out the information that you had sent about it, it looks intriguing, and I'm very interested in looking at the comics now, because I'm very I want to see what this series is about, because it's gained obviously enough attention for a TV show to happen. So I'm really excited because it looks a little bit darker, which I'm excited about for DC, and I hope it's really good. I really do hope that DC can. I really like Superman and Lois. I'm really hoping DC kind of comes back with some vengeance here. Marvel is awesome. Yeah. It'd be nice for DC. I see that, DJ. Diggory. So I hope that I really do. Hey, Star Wars is about hope. You must learn hope.
Spencer agrees. Noctera is awesome. Go read it.
Thank you, Spencer. And I will be looking for it the next time I'm in my local comic book store. So, because that's very important.
So here's something I didn't know. There are 6 issues, and apparently it's on hiatus. So that's good. So just kind of briefly, for those of you who don't know, basically the story takes place 10 years after the world is like just is like always nighttime, and any living creature that is exposed to this nighttime gets turned into these weird, like, monstrous creatures, and the only way that you can survive is to have artificial light. So you create this artificial light, and the story is centered around this a girl named Val, who is what they call a ferryman, who transports people back and forth. Well, not just people or merchandise over the roads in like a semi truck. But it's a very, very interesting concept, and the execution of it also is very good. It's just, Spencer, it's probably not a bad idea. Just wait for the trade. It'll be cheaper and probably only a month or 2 away. He says he's going to try to find a release date. That'll be good.
Very cool. Thank you, Spencer. It's appreciated.
So yeah, so that's definitely, if you've never checked it out before, go give it a read. But wait, like I said, wait for the trade. What do we have next? Oh, we've got a couple of DJ. You want to take this one? We got a couple of TV shows to announce something about.
All right. So we definitely have confirmation from Diego Luna that production has wrapped on the Andor series, which is one that I'm really excited about seeing. I watched Rogue One just 4 or 5 days ago with one of my youngest Padawans, and really enjoyed it. Excited for that, and that's hot on the heels of Ewan McGregor's. Almost said Conor McGregor, but Ewan McGregor's announcement that Obi-Wan Kenobi has finished as well, and you're going to get to see some familiar things, and no doubt about it, you're absolutely going to love what you see. And that's was echoed by Diego Luna as well, saying that you'll see a lot of familiar faces, and you're absolutely going to love what we've done here. So I'm excited for both. I can't wait. And anytime that we get a chance to get some new Star Wars stories is a good time.
Yeah, definitely really excited for both.
Me too.
Yeah, and Andor, I am excited about just because of its connection to Rogue One, of course. So it's going to be fun stuff. Spencer did check on that release date, and it's coming on October 13th and is only $10. So
very cool. Awesome. Thank you.
That's going to be awesome. Yeah. Spencer's asking, which do you think will release first, Andor or Obi-Wan? If I had to guess, I'd probably say Andor.
I believe Andor is first.
Yeah.
I believe they said Andor, then Kenobi, then Mando season 3 was going to be in that order.
Okay.
Very cool. Definitely stuff to look forward to.
Yeah, definitely going to get some good Star Wars content next year. So that's it we had for news. Now we basically just have a bunch of random stuff to talk about. Since we're already talking about Star Wars, have you guys watched any of Star Wars Visions yet?
I did. I watched all of them.
Boy, have I.
What was that, DJ?
I said, boy, have I.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually just finished watching the series. Well, it's not really a series. Bunch of standalones. Just finished watching it today. Yeah, it was really good. We probably should do maybe some sort of Visions focused episode soon. I don't know. What do you think?
About it. I mean, I really liked the first one the best myself.
Yeah,
I love the artistry, and I love how our I think DJ has gone into carbonite. You know, he's frozen. So
yeah, I think he has. I was wondering about that. He
at least he got a smile. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe Darth Bub got him.
Oh no. But he's been so good. Yeah, I'd have to say that the very first one is probably my favorite, followed possibly by maybe the Ninth Jedi.
Well, and here's what's really weird. The person who least ranks in this group, I was ranking them. And I can't remember. I'm trying to remember who I was texting. It might have been Drew from our Discord group. And I remember going, okay, number one's my favorite still. And I was still ranking them. And I could probably actually rank Visions.
Well,
I might
let's save that for our Vision show if we end up having it.
Sounds good.
Yeah, a Vision show would be. I just have to watch them all over again and kind of get more in depth on them.
I will have to. That is one thing I would recommend if you do marathon like we did. I would recommend going back and taking it slower and watching them, and then maybe giving some time in between and processing. The artistry, though, again, some of them are just really different and beautiful and unique. I think that was one of my favorite parts, though, was all the artistry. So,
speaking of Visions, did you see the article of? I got it from Jedi News. It was talking about how there's going to be a Visions novel.
Oh, yes,
called Ronin.
I did see that. I think that one's based off of the first one. Am I correct?
It is. It's based off the duel. And they're going to have some sort of virtual launch event for it.
And I'm excited for that one. I have to admit, that did catch my eye. And I'm excited because, again, that first episode, Visions, I was completely like eating it up. And I was just like, more, like, just like in Finding Nemo, more, mine, Yeah. And I'm excited because I think that would be really interesting to see it in novelization and to see what else they can create and come up with.
Yeah, Spencer, I agree. I'm going to have to go back and watch it slower. Because when I kind of rushed through it, really did binge watch it. But in regards to this event, the article says tune in to Nerdist's YouTube channel for the launch event on October 11th at 8:00 Eastern time.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see, arriving. You can pre-order the novel now on Amazon. But the launch event, the virtual launch event, looks like it's on October 11th. So, there he is. There you are.
Did Bub get you?
So, I started to get comfortable. And I started swinging my foot underneath my desk. And my foot kicked something. I'm like, what was that? And so I kind of was feeling around with my foot to figure out what is this thing. And it was the power cord that had come loose from the mount. It shut everything down. So per my usual or my now usual life, but I'm back. Hey, it's all right.
So just to catch you up, we were talking about Visions. I think we're going to do a Vision specific episode.
Nice. Right.
And then we mentioned that article for the Ronin tie-in novel.
Oh, okay. Yes.
And there's going to be a launch event on October 11th.
Awesome.
So yeah, Star Wars Visions. So those of you listening and watching and in the chat, stay tuned for a Visions-centric episode of Rogue One Radio. We've got
number 4. Watch number 4. Watch number 4.
We've got a newcomer in the chat. It's Hector Rivera.
Hey, Hector.
Welcome, Hector. So good to have you. So let's see. What else do we have on it? We got a bunch of stuff on our list. We got a bunch of Marvel stuff. Hawkeye is going to be coming out soon.
So excited. Give me some Hawkeye. I'm ready.
Oh, yeah. I am so ready for that. Even more so after seeing the trailer. Oh, my gosh. I'm so looking forward to that show. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be good.
Eh.
You're not. What was that? What was the man? What was the man for?
Out of all the Marvel characters that we have been introduced to so far, if we didn't get a Hawkeye spin-off show, I wouldn't care. Is he an okay? The comic, his comic run is so much better than what they've shown on screen. They could have left him out, and the movies would have been just fine. But it's it's okay. I mean, and he's done a good job with what they've done with it, but it could just be more. And
okay, while I agree that to a certain extent that the comic book character is better, this show, from what I understand, is going to be more loosely based on the oh my gosh, who was the writer of that Hawkeye run? Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back.
Well, like I was saying, it's just it's not that the actor. It's just they really, other than one movie where he was kind of switched sides to be the bad guy because Loki possessed him. But I mean, I don't know. We got one cool moment where you see him and his family together, but he was the first one to retire. He just kind of went away.
Matt Fraction is the writer that I'm thinking of. He had a run in the Hawkeye comic book series that was I'm trying to see when it started. It was now I can't. Not being very helpful. It started in 2012 and went through, I think it ended in 2015. But it was a really good run of Hawkeye. And I think from what I've heard, that the show is supposed to be loosely based on that run. Which was very enjoyable. It's good stuff.
Oh, I mean, and I'll watch it. It's Marvel, so why wouldn't I watch it? But I mean, I don't know. I just it's not one of those that I've just like, oh, we've got to get this. We have to have this. It's just it's not. To me, it's not like on the same level as Loki or WandaVision. Where you want to see these characters interact more. And I just,
Well, and I have to real quick say this because I've been saying this since January. I really believe that even with Hawkeye, they're setting up for the next Avengers or the Young Avengers. Because we know in Hawkeye we're going to get some young cast members, and we can consistently. It's now consistent. We're getting very younger members that that come out in the future. So I'm really excited because I think Hawkeye is going to give us 1 to 2 more possibly new characters that we will see in the long run. I feel like this current phase is a lot of passing the baton. This is passing of the torch. You know what I mean? Preparing us for what is coming. It's not necessarily a filler because it's kind of beginning and the end at the same time. It's a circle and it's gonna continue. And I'm excited, and I hope you go in with an open heart and an open mind because that's always important to do. Don't make me come over with my bow and arrow either.
When do I ever have an open heart? I mean,
I'm trying.
You guys keep trying, but that's I'm Empire through and through.
Oh yeah, that's true. You're on the side of I should have known. Here I thought Bub was coming after you, but what am I thinking? Bub would be on your side.
I'm
Sheesh.
trying to recruit Bub.
DJ's the kind of guy that rooted for Thanos.
Well, I mean, when he's got a point, he's got a point. I mean,
oh boy.
I mean, the motives might have not been the best, but I mean, he had some points there. I mean,
Dragon Buddy, that's a good reference. Empire will always triumph because good is dumb.
Hey now.
That's awesome.
I think you have a new friend, Diggory.
So another show that it's already out, not over with yet. I still think they have a few more episodes. Is the Marvel's What If show? Have you been watching that one?
Yes and no. I'm catching up still on the last one.
Yeah. So you haven't seen Party? You haven't seen Party Thor yet?
Well, we've kind of already saw Party Thor, in the last couple movies, but no.
No.
Yeah, I think I'm 1 or 2 behind on What If. I started it and I got up to, I could be even further behind than that. I think the last one that I watched was Doctor Strange.
Okay, so you're probably about three behind.
Oh, okay. Which was fantastic. I've loved every one of them that I've seen so far. I thought that it was just absolutely amazing. In fact, last week I was on with Alan with Press Play Studios, and we did a Star Wars What If. Well, I think we even did a little Marvel in there as well. But yeah, the What If craze is riding strong, and everyone I've seen, I don't guess I've seen a negative, review for it. Most everyone's talked so favorably for it, where even if they didn't necessarily like that episode, or that What If, they still are enjoying the series overall. So.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, you have 3 more to watch to be caught up, and I think another one's coming out tomorrow, so you're going to end up being 4 behind. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure which one's my favorite so far. I'm kind of tied between the second one and the third one. The second one was What If T'Challa became Star-Lord?
Mm-hmm.
And the third one is What If the world lost its mightiest heroes?
I need a hero. No, and now I want to start singing. I need a hero.
There you go. Sing it out.
Hero. I don't have the chops tonight, boys. Save for next.
Yeah, those are my favorites. Well, keeping on the Marvel topic, we've got 3 movies that are still set to be released this year, coming from Marvel. One of them's not Marvel Studios, but it's still a Marvel movie. And that's coming out this Friday, October 1st, Venom Let There Be Carnage.
Oh, yes. That's correct.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that one, but I actually really liked the first one. So, yeah, I know you're not a big fan of it. I really liked it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one, and even more so after having seen the trailer. I'm looking forward to it.
I need to go back and rewatch the first one, and yeah, I don't know. There's something about it just didn't sit right with me the first time I watched it, and maybe I was distracted or something and just really didn't get the full effect. I'll see if I can find it streaming on some service or whatever,
I'm sure you could. Yeah.
and
Escape
give it
Pod's with
another
us.
shot.
Hello.
Dallas Nooch.
And he has a question for you, and he spelled your name wrong.
Oh, no H, man. You're forgiven. No H.
Oh, Spencer's got to bounce. See ya, Spencer.
Have a good night,
having
Spencer.
you.
Thank you for joining us. What would it be like? Why can't we see Nicole? Oh, why can't we see me? Oh, well, you know what? It has been a very busy day, and it was a very busy evening beforehand, and I knew I was not going to have time for set up and clean up. The last few weeks have been kind of crazy. We didn't get to go into it, but yeah, life has been a little crazy around here as I've been taking care of my grandma and stuff, so I didn't have much time. I'm sorry. That's why I'm not on camera.
I didn't even bother setting up the green screen, so you know.
I just didn't have time. I just, clean up, set up, make sure kittens are out of the picture, and be my, yeah. just
I'm just sitting here in my messy bedroom, but once we actually do this relocation, the plan is for me to have a dedicated podcast room, so that'll be cool.
That would be cool. I would love to have one of those one day, or an office and podcast room.
Yeah. Another movie coming out November 5th is Eternals.
Yep. I'm looking forward to it. I will probably see it that weekend. Maybe not necessarily opposite of Spider-Man. Spider-Man, I'm going to be there night of. Eternals, I'll probably see it somewhere between Friday and Sunday. I mean, I'm excited, but I'm not. I don't know. I'm not completely taken away yet. Am I right? Yeah. Am I wrong?
No,
I mean,
I agree with you. I'm a little more excited for it now that I saw the last trailer that came out.
That's how I am. Yeah.
Most excited about that last trailer.
Yeah, but before that, I'm like, okay,
exactly.
But it's I'm starting to get that intrigue in there a little bit. So,
I gotta say, I was not interested in it at all until that last trailer.
And watch, we're all going to be like, yeah, man, we'll see it eventually, and it's going to be the best one. We'll all three were like, man, we can't believe we weren't more excited about this.
Yeah, so I had that discussion with, it may have actually been with Joey, I don't remember, but we had this discussion about how, it was not Joey, it was somebody else. Had this discussion about how, if you remember just a few years ago, there was a movie being released by Marvel that, at least for me, had me scratching my head thinking, why them? Why them? And then it came out and it was one of the best ones. And we're talking about Guardians.
Oh, okay.
When that first got announced, I was like, Guardians of the Galaxy, why would they do that? That's pretty obscure.
Yep.
And then it came out and it was great. So we may have a repeat of that, because when they first announced Eternals, again, I'm like, why?
Exactly.
Is that even necessary?
Yeah.
But we'll see. But then the month after that, December 17th, is the one that I'm probably most looking forward to. And that is Spider-Man No Way Home.
Woohoo! Bring it. I'm ready.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
So here's a question on that. Do you think this will be the last of Tom Holland in the MCU?
I hope not. I pray not.
I don't think so.
Not necessarily the character of Spider-Man, but Tom Holland.
Leave my Tom Holland alone. I want to see him.
Well, I know he has a lot of other projects that he's been attached to, and he is a good young actor, but Marvel takes up so much time to film, and you really can't do a whole lot of anything else until the movie comes out. And so that's like 3 years that he's developed into this one, the one character. I know that he's done Uncharted, but it's not out yet. He's talked about wanting to do other roles, and I'm excited for him to do that. I think that he's a good young actor, so I think this might be it for him. I think they might hand over the reins to a Miles Morales, which a lot of people are asking for as well. So I don't know.
I'd actually be okay with that. I like Tom Holland, and I love his iteration of Spider-Man, but I would prefer they did that rather than recast.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. We'll see how this movie is going to turn out. It looks like it's going to be really interesting, and we're going to get to see some old faces in it. And it's going to be
or may not get to see some new faces in it, or old faces in it.
Well, we know we're seeing one.
Yes, bring it on! I'm so excited.
Yeah, I guess Toby said that he was in it.
Okay, so there's two.
But Andrew Garfield still swears up and down that he's not in it, which he's not that great of an actor, and I don't know.
I don't really care to see him again as Spider-Man. I'd be
Doc
fine.
Ock will be in it. We know that.
And there's a possibility that we're going to see Green Goblin in it.
If it's Willem Dafoe, then I'm okay with it. If it's somebody else, and I mean actually Willem Dafoe. I don't want a CGI reimagining or reconstruction of him doing it. It's put him in it and make it look right.
Agreed.
They're already having to de-age.
Toby.
The other guy, Doc Ock.
Okay.
Alfred Molina.
Yeah.
They're already de-aging him, and there's almost too much of a good thing there, and I don't know.
Give me Spider-Verse.
Well, they already did that movie. It was animated.
It'll be fun to see how this turns out.
As long as they put in Spider-Pig, then we're okay.
Exactly.
Spider-Pig and Spider-Gwen, and I'm a happy camper.
Yes, the Amazing Spider-Ham has to be in there.
Yes.
So, kind of keeping in line with the Marvel, that was it for the movies that are being released this year. But we've got a couple of video games that are coming out in the next year. The Guardians of the Galaxy video game is going to be released actually on October 26th, coming a lot sooner than we had thought. So that'll be good. And then this new one that I just found out about, and the only reason I found out about it is I am a subscriber to Game Informer, and the new one came out today.
I'm sorry.
And it's got, what's that?
Oh, nothing. Sorry. I still might be a little upset with GameStop. That's all.
Oh, understandable. Yeah,
it's
I don't know
been
what.
5 years.
I don't know why I still have my account with them, because I actually don't buy games, physical games. I buy everything online. So I don't know, but maybe just for the magazine. But here's the cover of the newest Game Informer.
Oh, very.
And there's a game that it's on here called Marvel's Midnight Suns, scheduled for release in March, and it is made by, this is why I really wish Spencer was still in here with us, because he probably knows more about this than any of us. But it's a turn-based RPG game from the studio that made XCOM.
Very cool.
So it's a turn-based strategy type game, and it looks really interesting. And you actually you don't actually play any of the Marvel heroes. You play a character that you create, who kind of create, called the Hunter, and you play that character through the game, and you do encounter and engage with other Marvel heroes. But I haven't read the article yet because I just checked the mail an hour or so before we started recording. But it's going to be available for both PS4 and PS5, both Xbox One and the new one, Xbox Series, whatever it's called. It's also going to be available for Switch and on the PC. So it looks like it could be
available on everything.
It's available on everything. Well, it's not available on your Game Boy.
They don't make those anymore. That's now the Switch. So
I know. I was just joking. So that was.
Technically, you could say it's not for the Atari 2600 either, but I mean,
there you go. And it's also not for the Sega Dreamcast.
Unfortunately,
yeah. Let's see what else we got. Well, that's it of the Marvel stuff. Now we've just got a bunch of miscellaneous stuff to talk about. And let's do this one first, just because Dragon Buddy is probably going to wet himself if we don't hurry up and talk about it. And it is a movie that's being released on October 22nd, and that is Dune.
Very cool.
And
Diggory's there for it. He's excited.
So Dragon Buddy said, Dune is Star Wars for people who listen to Tool.
I would agree with that.
Cool analogy.
That is an interesting analogy. I don't listen to Tool, but I like Dune. I don't know. So, I mean, I know who Tool is. I just don't really listen to them. But I'm actually looking forward to this film. I've seen a couple of trailers, and they look really interesting. So I'll definitely be going to see that one.
Well, I think that'll be a home view, because I don't think I could get my kids interested into seeing it in time to go to the movie theaters. Is awfully precious time, and it's definitely not one that my wife would be interested in seeing either. So we'll watch it. It'll be available on HBO Max. I'll throw it on.
Oh, that's right. I forgot it's going to be there. So
I think I have a 70-inch TV and the surround sound. I'll just patch it through. I have a projector too. I might just throw it through the projector and the surround sound and just watch it on that.
So we're all coming to your house. Got it.
Yeah, BYOB and extra charcoal. We'll just grill and everything.
I barely have you beat on the TV. Mine is 75. It's 155 minutes long.
Let's see, 60, 120, 180 is 3 hours.
Yeah, so we're talking I could probably sit in the theater for that.
I thought it was going to be like 3 hours or so.
I thought so too. I'm going to assume that it's going to be better than the David Lynch version.
Yeah. It's just Dragon Buddy says it's part 1.
Oh,
So
wow. Well, more to look forward to for Dune fans.
yeah, I love the book. Absolutely, I love the book. It was it's one of the longer tomes that I've read, but well worth it.
I am ashamed to admit I have never read the book.
Well, if you start the book, pack a lunch because
yeah,
it's kind of like reading The Stand unabridged or It. We're
See,
talking like 1,000 pages plus.
yeah. Now I've actually read The Stand. I mean, it was many, many, many years ago. I mean, we're talking like before that TV show of it came out, like back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, I read that, and I did. I mean, of course, that was back when my ADHD wasn't nearly as bad. Uh, I wonder, you know what? If it's on Libby, I may just try doing the audiobook. I don't know,
It's
or
crazy.
maybe I don't know. Maybe I'll try to read it. Maybe I'll try to read it before, like, actually read it before the movie comes out. I don't know.
The last one that I listened to, which is Aftermath by Chuck Wendig.
Okay.
I think that took 17 hours to go through, and that's just and man, I couldn't imagine how long an audiobook for Dune would be. It's 6 weeks.
Well, the last audiobook that I was able to finish was the autobiography of Brian Danielson. And then I started to read. I started to listen to the audiobook of the Claudia Gray High Republic novel. And I was, it must have been a bad day at work because I couldn't pay attention. I was like, no, I'm just going to try to read it because this is not working. But right now I'm actually reading another autobiography. I'm reading the autobiography of the Young Bucks. But I should be able to finish that one pretty quick. So, depending on how quickly I finish that, maybe I'll just try to read Dune before the movie comes out. But what other movies we got coming out this year? Oh, Ghostbusters Afterlife comes out in November.
Yes.
The 19th.
Yeah.
It's going to be amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm all for it.
Yeah. And
we can do a Ghostbusters show beforehand.
Do a recap of the first two.
The originals. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
We can also review that other one, but
I'll have to watch it again. I don't remember anything about it other than Thor was in it. But
honestly,
No.
I'm excited for this one because unlike the last one, this is not necessarily a remake. It's not necessarily, yes, it's a sequel, but there's something about it. It's very nostalgic. It's very there's something amazing about it, and I can just feel it in my soul going, oh my gosh, I just like Spider-Man, I'm gonna have to see this on night one. I do not want it ruined, and it's going to be so good. Can I just buy it on Blu-ray right now? I'm very excited, very there for it. I love the original Ghostbusters, so to see some of these original cast members also coming back just brings so much happiness, and I'm all for it. Although it would, who would be really cool to see in it, and I know it's not going to happen, but man, it would be amazing. And that is if we saw Rick Moranis. I know we have not seen him.
Oh man, that would be great.
There, if we got a cameo, I would like go see it now because I'd be losing my mind.
That'd be great.
I really do miss Rick Moranis, but
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm ready for it. So
I think what you're, or part of the reason why we're getting that nostalgia is it's not a stranger directing.
right.
It's Jason Reitman. It's Ivan Reitman's son. He
Mhm.
was there on set when they filmed the originals.
Mm-hmm.
It's part of his dad's legacy, and he's
Oh,
continuing that and bringing back everything that gave us all the feels in the first two.
oh,
So yeah, just watching the trailer, you get a different sense of this movie than say the all female one that they did. Um, so yeah, I'm excited to see what all they do with it. I'm sure there's going to be quite a few surprises that they haven't announced yet. Hopefully, one of those is Rick Moranis. Would love to see Annie Potts back in it.
which we
Uh,
know she'll be there because we've already heard her voice. So I'm
Mhm.
very excited. And I
right.
have to check this out because I think, if I'm correct, I've also seen some new action figures and toys that's kind of been popping up too. Now, when I was little, my parents should just said, "Don't play with that," and kept it. And now I look back and go, I want my Granny Ghost back. I want my Ghostbuster toys because now, yeah. And of course, there's little mini Stay Puff Marshmallow Funko Pops. Yes, I'm not a huge Funko Pop, but all of a sudden, I'm up to what? One, two, three, four of them. Oh, okay, I take that back. I have four just in the Golden Girls alone. But I want that little miniature Stay Puff. I want it. Give it to me now because, Merry Christmas to me early. I'm okay with that. So something for toy collectors to also be looking out for. And don't do what I did when I was a kid. If you're going to give your kids Ghostbuster toys, you get two sets. One for collectors, one to play with.
There you go.
Yeah. I
Yes.
wish I had done that with all my Star Wars and GI Joe and He-Man toys because
Right? Yes.
I blew
my
them up with fireworks. So I mean, how else are you going to stage an accurate battle if you don't have explosions? So,
Fun times.
but
Mhm.
yeah,
So that one comes out November 19th. Make sure you go check that one out. The only other movie coming out this year that really piqued my interest, and you might have some others, but was the new Matrix movie that's coming out December 22nd.
Looks interesting. I did look at the trailer. It looks interesting.
Not interested, DJ.
I watched the trailer and my first thought was this goes against everything that they did when they tried to explain everything away in the third movie and Neo died. There's no rhyme or reason for it other than we want some money, we're going to make some another Matrix movie.
But
I don't see how they're going to do it. The original was the best, and they continued to get worse. And the more they tried to explain, the worse it got. And I watched all three of them within the last month, and
same here.
just was I hated the way that they explained it. You had a I don't know 100-minute car scene and 30 minutes of explanation and movie over, and it just really fell flat. And I'm not really interested in revisiting this series. It ended, it died, let it go. Eh.
Yeah.
Well, I agree that the 2 and 3 were not good. One will forever be the best, but I don't I think that it will be very easy for them based on the ending of the third one I don't think it would be that hard to bring Neo back, because I'm not 100% sure that he died.
Nobody? He probably didn't.
I don't think he actually died. But
I don't know.
I saw the trailer for this one, and I am actually quite looking forward to Matrix. What the heck is the name of it? Resurrections.
Yeah.
John
Wick 4.
I have actually never seen a John Wick movie.
They're really good.
I've heard, and I think I own one of them. I just haven't watched it yet.
It's the Matrix without the Matrix.
Okay.
So all the cool stuff about the Matrix that you liked in the first one, in the same actor playing I won't say the same role, but a similar type of role.
Yeah.
And it just, each one builds and gets more grandiose than the last one. And it's just, they're a lot of fun. It's just, it's a fun action movie. They don't try to really explain away too much, which I think is its saving grace. But if you ever are in just for an action filled mood, pop one on. You won't be disappointed with it. But yeah.
Are there any other movies coming out this year that you have got your eyeballs on?
Let me do a quick search. Really, the main thing that I've been really excited for and just eating up every bit of news is the Lord of the Rings series that's getting ready to come out. I'm really, really excited for that.
They better not ruin it.
I don't think they are, from everything that I've seen on it. They seem to be extremely loyal to Tolkien.
Okay, good. I might have you go watch it first and be like, okay, Nicole, it's safe.
Let's see. Trying to see what else.
Kind of slightly segueing in. I do know the other day Netflix did a huge, I don't know how to pronounce it, Tudum, however you want to call it, day. And there's a lot of cool stuff coming out on Netflix soon, and I'm really excited for some of these new series that are, seasons, 2, 4s, and 6s coming. Very excited.
Nice.
Not to segue into, or not to get ahead of myself, but I know there's a show that we're going to be talking about that I'm very excited for, and I'm late to the party on the announcements, as I found out today, but I'm really, 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 really excited. So if you don't mind we changing into that, I would love to talk about a little bit of karate with you gentlemen.
Yeah. So Cobra Kai season 4. Yeah.
Woohoo! I'm ready. Man, New Year's Day is good. I know it comes out New Year's Eve, but man, I'm excited for Cobra Kai. I'm very nostalgic. That's why I'm so excited for the Ghostbusters movie. And I think I get that same feel again with Cobra Kai and we're going to be getting Silver's coming back. So I'm excited to see him, and I'm excited. I can't wait to see the old meet the new, and awesome collaboration.
Yeah, that should be good. I mean, the first 3 seasons were really fun. So season 4 is, with the addition of Terry Silver, it's going to be even more interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting the way that they're going about it too. That they have the first two, cover. Well, the first season's more of a recap, and here's where these people are. Season two did, um, the Karate Kid one. A lot of the things that you saw in that were rehashes of Karate Kid one, just different people. Season three was Karate Kid two, uh,
Mhm.
where they go back to Okinawa. This season they're bringing back Karate Kid three with the Terry Silva references. They have already announced that season is it season four? No, this is season four coming up. Season
Yeah.
five has already been released or approved and is in pre-production. So they're finishing up the writing for season five. They already know basically where it's going to go. It's just whether or not they're going to continue the series, or if this is if season five will be the last one, which would be interesting because that would coincide with season five being the next Karate Kid as well. You might see a Hilary Swank appearance or something.
That would be kind of cool.
Yeah, yeah.
And I
So
guess
I don't know. It'll be interesting. I can't wait for it. I've loved it so far. Um, I'm still trying to find this movie that I was looking for, and I haven't seen it yet.
the next Karate Kid.
No, it's called The Last Duel.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, that's got Matt Damon and
Ben Affleck
Ben Affleck and
Adam Driver.
Adam Driver, yeah. I saw a trailer or a special featurette type thing before Shang-Chi the other day.
Yes, yeah, they had that one. It is it's historical fact. It is so it's not like it's just hey, we're making up this story and putting it here. This actually happened, and it was the last duel in France before they changed the laws to say that the trial by combat as an effective way to judge guilt or innocence. So it's pretty interesting. I love period pieces, so I'm really excited for this one. And
and it's Ridley Scott. So yeah, I mean,
yeah. Most of the other stuff that I'm looking forward to is coming out in 2022 as well. So
okay.
Mm-hmm.
So another one that just was released or just started rather. We talked about it a few times on the show previously, and it's the Why the Last Man TV series, based on the Brian K. Vaughan comic book. So, according to Wikipedia, what is today's date? Actually, hang on, let me.
28th.
Okay, so according to Wikipedia, there's already been 5 episodes released. They released the first 3 on September 13th, released another one on the 20th, and then another one yesterday. I'm going to have to check my FX on Hulu again because I only saw one, but I'll look at it again. So I've seen the first one. So I definitely want to see the rest of them for sure, because that was a really good graphic novel, comic book. If you haven't got a chance to read that, definitely worth looking into if you don't know anything about it. It's a kind of post-apocalyptic story where almost all of the male species of humanity dies all pretty much on one day from some weird pandemic. And the main character, Yorick, and his monkey are the only men alive
Mhm.
when the story starts. So definitely worth checking out. Like I said, there's 5 episodes out now. The next one comes out on October 4th. So plenty of time to get caught up on it. And looking forward to that one. We got another season 4 coming out really soon too, don't we? Mentioning Cobra Kai's 4th season.
Mhm.
But don't we have another? Do we not have another, or is it already out?
Uh,
Okay, maybe not. I don't know. I thought there was something else in our news list or our list of stuff to talk about.
I know our Henry Cavill has been busy. Season 2 of The Witcher will be coming out December 17th, but he's also about to start, reprising his role in Enola Holmes 2 with Millie Bobby Brown. And of course, she's in Stranger Things, and I'm really excited, of course, for when she's also very busy. So I'm really excited because I like Enola Holmes, but I'm really excited for Henry Cavill. But I'm also excited for the next Stranger Things. It's coming.
That's what I was talking about. Isn't season 4 about to come out?
It's coming. I don't think we have an official release date yet.
Okay.
Love Stranger Things. Very excited. So totally excited.
So yeah, I mean, I know that Millie Bobby Brown is. I think my internet just.
Well, and 3 days ago, they also kind of released a new clip, and in that new clip, you kind of get like a clock and stuff, but we don't know.
Okay.
You know that it's called "Welcome to the Creel House" is what it was called. I'm not sure if that clock represents the date or time of what is coming, but again, I'm very excited for season 4, the next season of Stranger Things.
Great. Yeah, what I was going to say is I know that Millie is the one that plays 11.
Right.
But I actually have only seen the first season.
Ooh. Well,
it gets better and better.
Yes.
Does it? I've heard the exact opposite.
Oh no!
I've loved where they've taken it. It's there's so much pop culture references in this show that yeah.
I love the nostalgia. It's sign me up.
Yeah, we yeah, it's I can't wait for it to come out, and that way I could talk about it, but I have to wait till then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that is all that we have on the list of random stuff to talk about. Is there anything else we need to bring up? Or have we shenaniganed ourselves out?
Oh, I definitely shenanigan myself a few times tonight. So
that's true. That's very true.
You know, but that's all right. We're back.
Well, so I do want to thank everybody in the chat for coming in and listening, and thank you for Nicole for coming in and talking with us today. For those of you watching on YouTube, make sure you squash that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. If you want to check us out on social media, we are on Twitter and Instagram, and if you can read that there's our screen name, whatever you want to call it, handle. That's the word I'm looking for. Rogue One, the number 1 radio. And that is on Twitter, Instagram, and I think that's what we are on Facebook too, if I'm remembering. I don't get on Facebook that often.
And if you like the shenanigans that you saw tonight, come back to YouTube tomorrow night for the Escape Pod. with Don and Brady. They always have a fantastic show. I'm not sure what the topic is this week. Last week was Ladies' Night, and they had me absolutely rolling. I shouldn't have been laughing as much as I was because it just sends me into coughing fits. But it was a great show. So catch them Wednesday nights, and I believe they're on at 6 p.m. So it'd be 7 p.m. Central. Check those guys out.
Yes. Red 5 buddies. And of course, we are part of the Red 5 network. So for any other cool web podcasts out there, you need a podcast to listen to, go ahead and check out red5network.com. There's a podcast out there for everybody. Fun stuff. Luna Girl says it is 7 p.m. Eastern time.
Okay, cool.
Thank you, Kelly.
So looking good there. And are any of you, if you are professional wrestling fans, about a month ago, I started up. Well, I won't say I started up. I basically continued a long dormant wrestling podcast called Around the Ring. You can check that out at Around the Ring OK on Twitter. I think we've done either 4 or 5 episodes and just kind of going over each week what's been going on in random wrestling matches and events, stuff like that. But so that's been another episode of Rogue One Radio. Thanks for tuning in, and we hope to see you again next week. No idea what our topic will be, but we'll figure something out by then. So thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.